Hey folks, it's Chef Kevin, and I just made this amazing eggplant parmesan with sausage. And if you'd like to know how I did it, all you have to do is keep watching. Hey folks, it's Chef Kevin. Tonight I'm making a classic Italian comfort food, eggplant parmigiana. And I'm also going to be using ground sausage with it. So this is going to be kind of an unusual parmigiana. So what is eggplant parmigiana? Basically it's slices of eggplant that are cooked with cheeses and tomato sauce. And normally use more than one type of cheese. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be frying the eggplant to give it some extra flavor, and I'm going to use a batter. So it's going to be batter fried eggplant as opposed to just broiling them or baking them. This is going to be a real nice dish. Alright, keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. Let's take a look at the ingredients first. So here we go. We got a lot of stuff here. I have two beautiful eggplant, and I'm going to wash those and slice them very shortly. I have Riccotta cheese. Now, if you're Italian, you pronounce it Riccotta, not ricotta. Riccotta. Okay, I also have some classico roasted garlic tomato sauce. I'm not making my own tomato sauce. There's just no need for that at this point. This is a nice sauce. I have breadcrumbs for the eggplant. I have 3 eggs. I have some crushed red pepper that I'm going to saute the sausage in. This is a mild sausage. I want to step up the heat just a little bit. So I'm going to add some of that crushed red pepper. Salt and pepper, of course. I have some fresh basil. This would go really nicely. Fresh herbs add a lot to any dish. And not only do I have the ricotta, but I also have the Parmesan cheese as well. And this is shaved. It doesn't have to be shaved. It can be shredded, or it can be the finer type as well, the grated one. Okay, let me do the eggplant first, and we'll roll this video along. Okay, I'm actually just going to use one of these eggplants because I'm only making a small serving here. So I just cut off the end. And I'm going to cut these in about 1/4 inch, maybe a little thicker. Should always leave the skin on so it retains its shape. And you don't want to use an eggplant that's really too big, otherwise you end up with too much seeds on the inside. And you can also cut these lengthwise, but it's all going to taste the same. Okay, what I'm going to do is place them on a tray with a paper towel on it. I want to try to get as much moisture off as possible because this is being fried, and this way you eliminate some of the splatter, some of the messiness. Okay, I have some sea salt here, and this will help reduce the moisture, and it'll also take away any potentially bitterness from the eggplant. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and now I'm going to start sauteing the sausage off. Okay, this is 1 pound of sausage meat, and I'm going to put it into a cold pan and then turn the heat up. Sort of like that, and this way it'll render out the fat easier. I'm going to try to get as much fat out as possible. So this will take about, well, less than 10 minutes anyway. And then if there's any residual fat, which I'm sure there will be, I'll just pour that into a container and discard it. Okay, I almost forgot to add the crushed red pepper flakes. And I'm going to do this now so that they get nice and roasted up. Bring all that heat out, that flavor. And of course that's optional. So my eggplant have been resting not even 10 minutes. And I want to show you something here. Don't know if you can see that too well, but the salt is drawing out the moisture. I don't know why this camera is not focusing. There are tiny droplets of water all over the eggplant. Try that again. Yeah, you can see the water. Little droplets of water all over these slices. And that's a good thing, because if you're frying something, you want to get that water out as much as you can. So this paper towel is pretty moist. So what I'm going to do is just flip these over and then salt the other side while the pork is rendering down, or the sausage I should say. Some sea salt. Okay. Sausage is still cooking down. Okay, this is coming out nicely. Wow, this is a kitchen scraper, but you can do a lot with it. And this makes a nice tool to chop up that meat. Okay, this is nicely chopped up. There's not a lot of grease in the bottom, but what I'm going to do is pour that into a strainer. You don't want that grease in your food. Okay, so this is in a strainer that's within a bowl, so the fat will drop into the bowl and I can discard it into the trash. You do not want to put grease down your drain unless you want to call the plumber. Okay, so this is done. Eggplants are done. So I'm going to be battering and frying the eggplant next. Okay, so here's my batter line here, and I have some flour. Just going to put that through the strainer to make sure there's no large pieces. Such as those, you don't want that. Okay, I'm going to season the flour with a little sea salt and a little black pepper. Now the breadcrumbs. Those aren't Italian breadcrumbs, they're just run-of-the-mill breadcrumbs. But now I'm going to make them Italian breadcrumbs by adding Italian seasoning. And the eggs, I have 3 eggs. And I'm going to add a little half and half to that. About 3 tablespoons full. And of course I'm going to whip up those eggs so the batter comes out nice. Okay, I'm going to set up for frying the eggplant. That's next. Okay, so this is a Staub saute pan here. It's cast iron, enamel coated. This is going to work out really good. You want to put a lot of oil in here because you're not sauteing, you're frying. And you want to use a high heat oil. I'm using grapeseed oil. This is high heat cooking. You don't want to use olive oil because that may burn on you. It may be too bitter. You can use like a canola oil or any type of high heat oil. So here's my batter line. What I'm going to do is first coat it in flour, then coat it in the egg, and then the breadcrumbs. I should have had this over here. So flour, egg, crumbs. You get the idea. Okay folks, I'm ready to fry off these eggplants. This oil is very hot. You have to be very careful. Hot oil is 350 degrees, while boiling water is 212, so you can get quite a nasty burn if you don't know what you're doing. I'm going to take a little of this egg and just drop it in. Okay, that's ready. I'm going to turn on my exhaust fan here and put in the first few pieces, dropping them very carefully. Okay, this will just take a couple of minutes per side. I'm going to get a nice golden brown color, and then I'm going to take them and put them on this sheet of paper towels here to absorb any excess oil. Okay, you want to get these nice and golden brown, like that. These are going to be nice and crispy. That's exactly the color that you're looking for. That is flavor. Okay, now for the fun part. Everything has been cooked. You cannot add raw or uncooked eggplant to the dish, or raw food, raw sausage, whatever. Everything is pre-cooked. I have some fresh basil here. I'm just going to add that into the ricotta. So now I'm going to build my dish. So I have a 9x9 Pyrex cooking dish here. And the first thing I'm going to do is put down some tomato sauce. This way nothing burns. I have 2 cups of tomato sauce here. If I need more, I'll just add. So I'm going to spread that out. Going to go ahead and put my eggplant down. This is so nice and crispy. Okay, I'm going to put some sausage on top of that. I'm going to put some ricotta. Spread that around a bit. I'm going to put some sliced parmesan on top of that. I don't want to get it too crazy. And then I'm going to add another level of eggplant after I put a little bit more sauce on top. There we go. In the meantime, I have the oven heating up to 425 degrees. Beautiful. A little bit more ricotta. A little more Parmesan. A little more sausage. Oh, it's going to be nice here. I'm telling you right now. More sauce. I'm going to put the final layer of eggplant on top. This is looking so intense. One more. Okay, a little bit more ricotta. Some more sausage. Top it off with a bunch of Parmesan cheese here. Use up that beautiful tomato sauce. Okay, so basically everything here is already pre-cooked, so it's not going to take that long in the oven. It's going to take about 20-25 minutes to cook. So this is going to go into the oven right now, 425 for 20-25 minutes. Okay folks, this is what it looks like after 30 minutes at 425 degrees. And the top is really nice and toasted out, real cheesy. It's still bubbling around the edges. Of course you can't serve it this hot because all the cheese is melted, so you want it to come together. So I can cut this into a serving size in like about 10 minutes. This is going to stay hot for quite a while. And then we're going to have a nice slice of eggplant sausage parmigiana. Okay folks, this is still hot as hell, but I'm going to serve it. This is enough for at least 5 people. Just going to cut a little corner off. I like to serve my in a dish, in a bowl, because it just makes it a little bit easier. My lasagna. Right off the bat, I can taste that eggplant with the sausage. This is definitely decadent food, boy. There's no excess of oil or water in the bowl. And the cheese is just so luscious. That sausage, though, that really makes it. I mean, you don't have to put a meat in there, but when you do, it just adds another level. Oh, Come to Papa. Cheese is nice and crispy. This is so great. One more bite. Come to Papa. Is that good? Okay, folks, I know this was a rather lengthy video. I hope you watched it to its entirety. And if you like me, my lasagna, the way I do things, if you think I'm a decent chef, then throw me a friggin' bone here.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.